Hello and welcome to the podcast that asks the question, what can the kids watch? So we are doing the Hunger Games, but we're specifically doing the Jennifer Lawrence Hunger Games. So we will do Songbird and Snakes, but we're going to marry that up when we get to see Sunrise on the Reaping, which is not out until November.
Yeah.
I'm dead excited for Sunrise on the Reaping.
I want to read the book first.
Well, I'm sure you will.
I'm hoping.
Yeah, I think that's perfectly possible. So, The Hunger Games, which was 2012, directed by Gary Ross, who wrote Big.
Did he?
Yeah, didn't direct it, but wrote Big, so that was one of our first ones. He also directed a film, do you remember Pleasantville?
Oh, yeah, Reese Witherspoon.
Reese
Reese
Witherspoon.
Sorry.
And Tobey Maguire.
Yes.
And I think, was William H. Macy in it? Was he the dad?
Maybe.
I think he was the black and white dad. But also he directed Seabiscuit.
Oh, the horse one.
Yeah, I think that had Tobey Maguire in it as well.
Yeah.
Anyway, and then after that, Gary Ross did not return to direct the other ones because the demand for a sequel the turnaround was so quick, he was like, I can't deliver that in that time. I've done it, I'm walking away. So in steps Francis Lawrence, who directed Catching Fire, Mockingjay Part 1, Part 2. He's directed the Songbird one, and he's directing Sunrise on the Reaping.
Okay, so...
And on top of that, before that, he directed Constantine, I Am Legend, Water for Elephants, and music videos for such artists as J-Lo, Gwen Stefani, Britney, and Audio Slave.
Oh, so he's got a bit of a back catalogue there.
Yeah, he's done all right. And he has also directed, last year he directed the Stephen King adaptation, The Long Walk, which is kind of like The Hunger Games. But we'll get into that later.
Okay.
Right. The Hunger Games, the first one. It's dead good.
It is really good. Camera work's very shaky.
I like all that.
Very confusing.
Oh, no, I don't think it is. I think the erratic movement and editing choices, I think, are excellent. I think it gives it not a 70s feel after Star Wars, but the 70s feel before Star Wars, where a lot of sci-fi was bleak as fuck. And folk really were thinking the future was just going to be terrible. They were right.
Yes, there's a lot of parallels between the Hunger Games and what's happening now.
Yes, but I like... That is actually... I like the other films, especially Catching Fire. I like Catching Fire is maybe my favourite. But
Part 1 or part... No.
It's Mockingjay's part 1 and part 2. Catching Fire is the second one.
Because we watched them all in
Yeah, I know.
row,
But Catching Fire is my favourite. But the one thing I do absolutely miss from it is the aesthetic style of the first one. But what the other ones do better, what Francis Lawrence does better, is it's not really his command of CGI, but he's given better CGI than Gary Ross was given in the first one.
Do you think that's a budget thing, or do you?
I think it's an unproved property, and then the budgets are gonna go up and get better, and they're like, oh, we actually can spend not all the CGI, but some of it is.
It is a bit
jank.
ropey when the tributes are being paraded.
Yeah, and then the fire, the bit that's quite important, and like her back's on fire. It's like, oh, that doesn't look great, and the fire effects do look better in the later ones.
But then, what did we watch it on? Was it Blu-ray?
We did watch it on Blu-ray.
So it is going to highlight those.
It is, yeah. Let's talk about that Blu-ray that we watched, because this is important.
The fact that it wasn't the 12A rating?
Yes, so to get it into UK cinemas, they had to cut almost all the blood out of it. And basically the way to do that is just to CGI out all the blood splatter that they had on and get rid of it off the weapons and all sorts. And it's the worst offending sequence for the blood is the scene where they first... the clock has counted down, they're in the Hunger Games for the first time, and they've all got to dash for their weapons. That is one of the most brutal fucking scenes in this whole franchise. The beating some of the little ones take is horrific. And I watched it I rewatched that scene this morning, the 12A version, and the shots that are worthless because there's no blood splatter So, like, the camera moves to where I know the blood is supposed to be, because I've seen the 15 certificate one. I'm like, there's no point in moving the camera, that ammo box, because there's no blood there. Cut away some of the actual hits as well, had to get removed to get it down to a 12A. I don't know if Americans got the bloodier version, like, just as that's their normal version. But annoyingly, if you go out and buy the Hunger Games box set, that is just the Jennifer Lawrence ones, you have to, unfortunately, for the first film, have the weaker version, because they're not prepared to put a 15 certificate film in with a bunch of 12A certificate films, because it just renders the 12A useless, and it's a 15 certificate box set.
It's
So you
quite
have to buy the first one separately to get that 15 certificate material.
Yeah, considering that a lot of the books are read by younger people.
Yeah.
And
I want to mention this as
Our
well.
9-year-old is into it.
Yes.
And obviously with World Book Day and things like that, I think she wants to dress up as Katniss.
Yes, she does.
Next year.
Yeah.
So you don't want to...
Who was she this year? Oh, Gandalf.
She was Gandalf.
Yeah, anyway, sorry, yeah.
So, yeah, you don't want to alienate a lot of people who would be interested in seeing the film.
Yes.
Hence the 12A certificate.
Yes. But
But
it's fucking worthless without that blood. It strikes me, like, when I'm watching that 15 certificate version, it's shocking, genuinely shocking to see children being beaten so hard that blood is flying out of their mouths and like being like skewered and stuff. But also, it's important, right? You can't fucking show violence and not show the blood. I
it's the
think
whole
it makes it...
premise of the film, isn't
But
it?
I think it makes
It's
it...
essentially sacrificing children, and you're
Yeah.
not going to do that in a wishy-washy way.
It sends the wrong message to remove the gore, basically.
Yeah, it's supposed to be that the capital is so desensitized
Yeah.
to all this violence.
Yeah. Blood-hungry
But if
motherfuckers.
you don't have that in the film, then it's...
Yeah, it's silly.
Pointless.
Silly behaviour. But yeah, on the subject of the books, so obviously I very recently got the books. I
Yes.
went out and I went looking for the books. And to begin with, I was a bit lost. And I was like, why can I never find these fucking books? And I realised, because I don't understand why they're children's books. Young adult. They're young
Yeah.
adult, but they're always in the children's section.
Oh, really?
And that's why I couldn't fucking find them, because I never fucking thought for a minute that's where I should be looking.
Well, they're not going to be next to Hey Dougie. It's young adult. It's more...
No, I know, but they
Twilighty.
should. But I was looking in like the main sci-fi sections of in like in Waterstones and stuff, and I couldn't find them. And then I had to go to like obviously another bit, and I was like, oh, of course that's where they are. That's insane. I can't believe. But then I've not read the books. Are the books tamer?
No, they're still quite horrific and quite graphic.
There you go. So,
I mean, there's a lot of things in the books that the film doesn't deal with.
Of course, yeah.
Peter loses a leg.
oh fuck, what in the first one?
Yeah,
So what's he got in the second one?
he's got a prosthetic leg.
Like a robot one. To be fair,
just-
they
well,
are.
they don't really go into like what kind it is. It's just prosthetic leg.
But they
and-
do. They are a technologically advanced civilization.
Yeah, but Katniss does go deaf when she blows up the what's that thing? The Copen.
You tell me.
Do you know what? It's one of
You've
those-
read the book.
know.
You should know you should know what it's called better than I.
the thing that's in the middle. It's got all the supplies.
Oh right, okay, right, yeah.
And
I didn't even know that had a name.
well, she goes deaf from the explosion.
That is a fucking amazing explosion.
It is a good one, but there's some continuity errors if you pay close attention to.
I didn't, and I don't care. I was just
Okay, then.
enjoying it.
Yeah, well, fair enough. And
I like how she does it with like isn't it apples?
yeah, she cuts the net.
Yeah, and then the apple
Apples,
falls onto one
yeah.
of the mines that's all been laid out.
Clever.
Yeah, it's dead good. These are fucking good films in a way that I'm a little embarrassed that years gone by I've not considered them to be as good.
Did you poo-poo them? Just be like, oh, it's just
Well, I will say this: it does that first one no fucking favors watching the softer version.
no.
So to begin with, I actually was not a big fan of the first one, and then it was actually the second one. I saw the second one in the cinema, didn't see the first one in the cinema. So the second one in the cinema, and I was like, fuck, that is really good. That's like, that's like everything the first one does, but better.
Yeah.
Which isn't always the best way to do a sequel. You want to do something different, but now watching them all again, I do understand the differences and the subtleties and why the first one has to be the way it is, and then for the second one to progress. And I wonder how much Suzanne Collins actually mapped out the 3 books before writing, because it's very fucking well planned.
Yeah.
There's I mean, obviously I can only go off the films, but what she has written is very, very well thought out as 3 stories. And I assume with these prequels that she's written, she must have had like a sort of a character Bible, so she must have known what everyone had been doing before the events of the first Hunger Games book.
Well, Snow doesn't feature as much in the books as in the film.
No.
And Donald Sutherland apparently like campaigned to get that part.
That's bonkers. Do you think he had grandchildren that had read them?
I don't know. We can't ask him.
Not without a Ouija board. Which is your favourite?
I like the first one because obviously it's setting things up.
Yes.
But then I think I like the second one because they're getting thrown back in to the arena.
Yeah.
I think I like that one. And you've got like the other tributes, and I like how unified they are, that they don't want to go back and they don't want to kill each other.
Yeah.
Excellent
cast. Jennifer Lawrence she was a rising star when she got Hunger Games.
She'd already done X-Men.
Yeah, yeah. What was that first one called? First Class. She's in First Class, yeah. And then obviously the ones that preceded it. Josh Hutcherson had already had some success.
Yeah, he was in The Bridge to Terabithia.
And he was in these Journey to the Centre of the Earth movies. One that had Brendan Fraser and one that had The Rock.
I think I saw a small interview with him, and he was resentful towards Hunger Games for quite a long time because it made him so famous.
Yeah.
And it didn't like that.
No, and that's fair
enough.
And
also, I think that after playing a character like Peter, you've got a problem where, a bit like the Harry Potter lot, where you're just associated with like...
Yeah, but he was in Future Man.
Yes, we did watch Future Man.
And we absolutely fucking loved Future Man, and it's a wildly different character.
Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, I mean, I think Woody Harrelson's just a very reliable actor in general. And I think every time you see him, it's like, yeah, maybe this film isn't great, but there's Woody Harrelson, and we know we're in good hands with Woody Harrelson. Very intelligent man, apparently. Doesn't come across that way. But apparently when he joined Cheers, because he's not in Cheers from the very start,
No.
they all wanted to challenge him. And there was a lot of sporting things happening. Ted Danson would do a lot of things. And they're like, oh, we'll do this, we'll try this. And he beat them on every physical activity. And then Ted Danson was like, well, I think he's probably thick. Get the chess set out. Beat him in chess as well. And then he was like, okay, everyone leave Woody Harrelson alone. He's fucking brilliant. He's awesome.
Considering his character in Cheers is
he's
so...
thick as fuck, yeah. That doesn't help that he's called Woody in Cheers. It's like, oh no. But no, he's great. I also like White Men Can't Jump. Him and Wesley Snipes.
Have you seen The People versus Larry Flint?
Oh, I have, yeah. He's good in it. Fucking excellent in that. Yeah. Woody Harrelson, amazing. Obviously Donald Sutherland. Elizabeth Banks, I think, is fucking brilliant. And she's got one of the better characters for growth.
She doesn't have to do that in the book.
No.
Because her character, you know, when she's in 13 and she's...
it's all gone to shit, yeah.
Yeah. It's not her, it's the prep team. But they seem to combine all those characters into Effie so that she's got growth.
Yeah, and obviously something like, well, if you're going to hire someone as good as Elizabeth Banks, you actually want to be like, well, let's give her fucking something to do.
And fans love her. So.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah. Liam Hemsworth?
I mean, he's an absolute wet rag, and I hate him, but that is his character.
See,
I don't hate Liam Hemsworth. I think he's a very good actor as well, but his character is an absolute fucking wet rag. No, he is. I hate him.
See, they've got that love triangle, and it's not really about the love triangle.
No.
It's more about, like, what's going on and...
Yeah.
Kind of thing.
Because a lot of the time, there isn't love for some of it. It's just political sort of manoeuvring.
Yeah.
It's just...
grim.
It is, yeah. I mean, that is it, isn't it? it's an incredibly grim and distressing film, and I do wonder if my enjoyment of it this time comes from this is the first time I've watched it with having children.
Yeah.
So now I'm like, oh god, this is hard hitting. This really fucking works. Even with, I guess, like if you watch the edited version, you are still seeing like varying ages of, because they're not all teenagers. Some are.
They're all 12. No, they're 12 to 18.
Yeah,
That's
but
where they get reaped from.
I'm not. Is a 12-year-old a proper teenager? Are they not?
Little.
Yeah, because they are little, some of them.
Yeah.
But like.
But that's why she doesn't want kids at
Yes,
the beginning, and
yeah.
she says it a lot, that why have kids, basically, to just have them, the possibility of them taken away in such a brutal manner.
Because you were saying the other day that people haven't understood the ending.
Well, some
and
people
think it's a betrayal at the end.
Some people have an issue because they see her as quite a strong-willed woman, and to have kids is a bit of a cop-out.
Yeah.
But now she feels safe enough.
Yes,
that
because
she's and it does say in the book that it takes a long time for that to happen.
She creates a world. She creates a world for herself that she could. Like she maybe always did want kids, but not.
I don't know.
Not in that fucking. But like, I can't have them because of this horror show of a world we live in.
I think because, well, her dad obviously dies, and then her mum goes into a deep depression, and the family nearly starve because the mum can't function.
Of
so
course,
she's been let down. So I think when she goes into games, she feels like she has to win, otherwise her family will get destroyed. But that's why Gail says, "I'll look after them."
Yeah.
Kind of thing. Peter goes into the games. He doesn't want the capital to change him, but they do.
Yeah, in the worst possible way, I guess.
So that the ending isn't a happy ending. It's just
an ending.
But there's hope.
Yeah, I suppose. The books and the films don't give a shit about the fate of Caesar Flickerman, Stanley Tucci's character.
No, what an asshole. But then
I think that's a shame. I think that is the only misstep, and I feel like if he hasn't got a resolution in the book, the film should have given something.
Yeah, because he is an ass.
He's a twat. He's a proper like corporate shill.
Well, he's like a showman, isn't he?
He is, yeah.
He's just like,
but
he's interviewing these children, and all but one of them will be dead at the end of it.
It's one of the most incredible performances I think I've ever seen from him. I mean, not that he ever does a bad job. He's always amazing. But imagine having, like what you've just said, he's interviewing them all with such, like he's a talk show host, but like in a few days, that person will be dead, possibly.
Yeah.
And he's still like talking to them like they're celebrities who've just made a film and they're going on the press tour, and it's perfect. It's so well observed, like this disgusting society.
But then it's all the propaganda, and it's creating personality. Do you know what it reminds me of?
Go on.
A little while ago, I watched the boy band documentaries and the girl band documentaries.
Yes.
And it reminds me a bit of that, in that the media or the managers are creating these personas, these untouchable idols, and they have no say. Or if they do have a say, then
they're just wheeled out.
Yeah, they're booted out, or stories are made up about them, and yeah, it's just quite sad, really. That once again mirroring real life.
yeah. So the kids, the girl has loved all this. She loves it. The boy hates it.
Do you think that's because the main character is a girl?
Maybe, and I think the boy hates it because he's very, very sensitive, and it's very surprising sometimes what carnage he'll enjoy, and then what carnage will really affect him.
I don't think he likes children dying.
No.
Not many people do.
I'm fine with it.
Oh, yeah, okay.
I've said it before, kids dying in films creates stakes and genuine tension. It's not that I want to see kids die. I just think it's also a good way to be like, look, this villain allows children to die.
But
therefore, piece of shit.
Saying that, with the 24 tributes, you've got some that are career.
Yeah, some are just psychopaths.
And they want the glory.
And so and that's interesting.
You don't mind when they die.
No, because they're a piece of shit.
A little innocent 12-year-old girl,
Yeah.
like rude eyes, you do feel it.
Yeah.
And it's, yeah.
I agree. But yeah, the boy's not keen on the idea that we're going to go watch Sunrise on the Reaping in the cinema.
See, I don't know how I'll feel about it by the time I've read the book.
Well, we'll see, but I'm very much looking forward to it. Can the kids watch any of the Hunger Games? Kids in
Yes.
general.
I would say from 7 up.
7 up, okay. Fine.
I mean, 3-year-olds won't be interested.
No, I
Yeah,
guess not. No, and there's like I say, there's a lot of political stuff in it that's like, you wouldn't.
I think the political stuff went over the kids' heads.
Maybe some of it. They understood the good and the bad of it.
Yeah.
But it got very complicated towards the end with like who was actually doing what for who, which we understood.
Yeah,
but
there's no winners in war, really.
no, and I think that's ultimately the answer, isn't it? As you say, it's not a happy ending. There's just an element of hope at the end. Okay, that's the Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Happy with that?
I think so.
Lovely. Okay.
I'm going to go and find out how to say Copernico, whatever that thing is. Copernic.
I don't know. Cornucopia.
That's probably it.
Oh, is that it?
Maybe.
Oh, well, I could have told you that.
Well, why didn't you
Cornucopia.
then?
Because I didn't know that's the word you were striving for. I'm not psychic. Right.
Okay, then.
Cornucopia. It probably isn't cornucopia. Right, okay, right. We'll speak to you next week. Bye.
Bye.